Hey Freedom Family, I am Mark and I am so glad you're here at Freedom for Life. I've been having a lot of conversations with a lot of people actually who are asking me, hey, how do I win at this freedom thing, at Life Mastery? How do I get successful at it? And I've been sharing the secret with them and I'm going to share it with you right now. So why don't we get started? Like I said, I have a lot of conversations. That's actually my favorite part of being a part of Life Mastery or Freedom is the conversations I get to have with people who are really living it, working on it, trying to figure out how we do this. So what I found out was I was able to start to share with them some things that I've known in my own journey, but I guess some other people haven't. And I really call it the ability to have the secret of winning in your freedom journey. I wonder if you wanted to know what it is. So I'm going to share it with you right now. I'm not going to give you some little sales pitch or anything like that. I want you to know exactly what this nugget is, the secret for you winning in freedom. And I'll say this, it's something that is pretty common, but what most people don't do. In this freedom journey, we're talking about tools and we're talking about mastering our thoughts and being able to understand who we are and our identity and all these things. But what I found, and it actually was in my own life as well, what I found was I was always waiting for things to happen for me to respond to them. And what I mean is this, so your life's going along really well and then all of a sudden, a hiccup happens, a challenge happens, a financial stress happens, or a relationship is on the skids, or you're having a disagreement, or whatever the things are, right? There's one of 100 different things that could be happening in your life. Well, it was at that point that those things happened, that the stress came in my life, that the worry and all of those things started to bubble up, that I'd use those tools. I'd remember, oh, no, I know who I am, and I'm a person of power and integrity, and I understand these things, and I can work in these things, right? I can master my thoughts and continue to repeat them so they are the words that come out of my mouth and the actions that I take, right? The things that we teach you. But come to find out, that's a little bit backwards. There's this quote from a book called The Art of War. I know, kind of weird in the freedom journey, but this guy named Sun Tzu. And what he said was this. He said, every battle is won before the war begins. And what he meant in that, and what I'm trying to give you as the secret, this one secret to your winning is this. You need to prepare for the work before the work is needed. It's kind of like this. Have you ever watched somebody in a competition or they're playing basketball or they're trying to accomplish something, right? They don't work to get good at it while they're in the game. They practice so that while they're in that competition, they actually have the maximum amount of skill in all the things they're doing. But the challenge is in our freedom journey, sometimes we wait till stress comes before we pull the tools out and try and use them. Here's the truth. You'll never transform into who you're created to be if you wait till the stress comes for you to be that person. There's this scripture, right? Philippians 4:8, we've talked about it. Whatever things are true or right or noble or just, those things meditate on. You meditate on the things, you remind yourself of those things before you need them, not after something happens that causes you to need them. And in that place, transformation happens. See, there's a difference between victory and transformation. Victory is me overcoming the thing I'm in front of. Transformation is me being a different person walking in to begin with. See, and that's the victory. When you start to see you, the person you're created to be, show up in the midst of those things, not having to remind yourself of who you are once you're in them, then transformation takes place. Then you'll walk in freedom. Freedom isn't overcoming things. It is for a season or a time, but freedom is me literally walking in as who I'm created to be. So stress doesn't happen and worry doesn't happen and fear doesn't happen. I actually live out who I'm created to be instead of responding to the life that's happening around me. See, there's a difference between walking into battle and trying to find a plan when you get there versus having a plan before you start. Sun Tzu knew it, and what I wanted to do is plant this nugget in you to let you know this. How do you master your thoughts? By reminding yourself of who you are before life tries to take it away. So before the stress happens, before your boss yells, before you have a disagreement, before challenge comes up that you really have to kind of center yourself and reach out for something to hold on to. See, before those things happen, it's the work you put in before life happens that will determine who you are when life happens. It's in that place that you can walk in transformation. It's a huge key, and honestly, it's the one thing that stops people from succeeding in their freedom journey. is getting tired of the battle because they continually refight it instead of being victorious before it begins. So if you can do this, the secret to winning, remind yourself, continue to master your thoughts, your words, your actions, continue to remind yourself of who you're created to be on a daily basis. So that when you walk into the stress on Wednesday, you've already been built up on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. In that place, you'll walk in more freedom than you could have even imagined. Hey, Mark, I'm glad you're here. Do me a favor, subscribe, like, do all the things you do with YouTube, but remember this, you are the person who can master your life by continuing to do the work before you need it. Master your thoughts, words, and actions before stress happens, and you'll be the person you're created to be. Share this video with somebody you know who needs it, and we will see you next time.